Ticket to Ride New York. What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel, RobM Studios. I am your host, RobM, and it is We Play Wednesday, and we are talking about how to play Ticket to Ride New York. If you are new to my channel, please hit a like, please subscribe, and leave a comment down below on how you like this video. So Ticket to Ride New York can be played with 2 to 4 players, and it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to play a single round, and you want to play with players age 8 and up. Now, the Ticket to Ride London, Ticket to Ride New York, Amsterdam, and various other quick versions of Ticket to Ride are probably a little bit easier to understand for the younger players. Games like Ticket to Ride Europe or Ticket to Ride, the original one that is the USA, can get a little more complicated with having to play more cards at once. But these are quicker versions of the game and much easier to just kind of pick right up and play. So to start off the game, you're going to choose a taxi color. So in this game, they're taxis instead of trains like in the bigger games. So you can be the white taxis, the cyan, the purple, or the yellow. And then you're going to be given 2 transportation cards to start the game. So we drew red and pink for here. And you're also going to be giving 2 destination tickets. So you're going to look and try to decide if you can make both of these routes in the course of the game, and if you do not complete a route, you will lose those points listed in the corner there. So Central Park to Gramercy Park is 4 points, and Gramercy Park to Chinatown is also worth 4 points. So since those are like a continuous route, we're actually going to try to complete both of those. And for your opponent, they drew pink and black transportation cards, and they are given these 2 routes: Empire State Building to Brooklyn, worth 7, and United Nations to Wall Street, worth 8. So those might be a little difficult to do, so you're going to have to decide, do you want to keep both of these or only try for one of them? So it does take a little bit of finessing to decide, because you might block your opponent in playing the game. But we're just going to have them try for United Nations to Wall Street, and we'll see how that goes. Once you've been dealt those cards, you're going to put the transportation cards in a stack, place the top 5 down. So you're always going to have 5 down in view. If you get the multicolored taxi cab, you can only choose to draw one of these when it is your turn, if you're going to choose the draw action. And if there's ever 3 multicolored taxis sitting out at one time in the pile there, they're all going to go to the discard pile, and you're going to have to draw 5 new transportation cards. So at the beginning, you decide who goes first, and then you can do one of 3 things during your turn. You can either draw 2 transportation cards. If you want the multicolored, you can only draw 1. You can also choose 2 from the pile there, or you can choose 2 destination tickets and pick 1 or more of those. And then you can also place routes. So let's go ahead and try a game out and show you guys how it goes. So I'm gonna draw more cards. So I need to get from Central Park essentially all the way down to Chinatown. So we need at least 2 blacks and 2 reds. pink and an orange, a blue or a red, another set of blacks or pinks, and the gray ones you can choose to use 2 of any transportation card as long as they're the same color. So 2 pinks, 2 blacks, 2 reds, and so on and so forth. And then where you see the pennies, those are tourist attractions. So you'll also gain a point at the end of the game for each tourist attraction that you reach. So the game also includes this card here. You can put the names of the players on it, and then you can also add up how many points you get for your routes, how many points you get for your destinations, how many points you get for your tourist attractions, and the total to see who wins. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the red cards. So you take one, put this one down, and I'm going to take red again because I can use at least 3 reds there. And we did flip over another multicolored taxi. So now I have 4 cards in my hand. All right. Next up is going to be your opponent's turn. And they can choose to play a route, they can choose to draw cards, or they can choose to get more destination tickets. And the important thing to note is that you can only do one of those 3 actions in a single turn. So they need to get from the United Nations to Wall Street. So they're going to want to collect green, black or pink, and then probably orange and a couple of other colors there. So we have black and pink. So actually let's collect another black. Flip this one over. Ooh, very tempting to take that orange card. I think we kind of have to. And we'll take that orange. And we'll flip. Alright. And like I said, you can only 1 action per turn, so then it would be your opponent's turn. And now that we have a lot of red cards, let's show you how to place a route. So you're going to play these to the discard. Will be the white taxis. And then you're going to put them on the red spot. So in a 2-player game, the other route along the same line cannot be taken up. It has to be a 3 or 4 player game in order to use both lines on the same route. So opponent will play black, and we'll use yellow for that. So I think we're gonna go this way. That's a good way to start because we gotta go to the United Nations to Wall Street. So you're going to do all of this multiple times. You're going to take destination tickets. You're going to either play a route. If you end up completing all your destination tickets, you can go ahead and try to take more. But just remember, important thing, you can only do 1 action per turn. Either taking transportation cards, playing a route, or taking destination tickets. Alright. So we're actually going to play another route to get that pink there. Our opponent is going to take these pinks. And the larger the route, the more points it's worth. So the 1 routes are worth 1 point. The 2 routes are worth 2 points. The 3 routes are worth 4 points, and 4 taxis in a row is worth 7 points. So you really want to try to play on the longer spots, and I think that's going to play to my opponent's advantage. And just remember to replace when you take a transportation card. Alright. You can also draw from the top blindly, and we lucked out and got an orange on that one. Alright. Back to my turn. Actually, we're going to play this as well and go here. So you're given 15 of the transportation pieces, the taxis, and once you're down to 2 or less taxis, that triggers the final turn, and your opponent would get one more turn, and then you would get one more turn, one final turn after that. So once again, thank you for joining. I'm your host, RobM. This is We Play Wednesday, and we are talking about how to play Ticket to Ride New York. Alright. My assistant, who is being shy today, is playing the other hand here. He's going to play the 2 orange. I'm going to go there. Everybody's getting into games and playing today. Alright. So I currently don't have any cards in my hand. Still working on completing my routes. I did complete Central Park to... Oh, that's the wrong one. Central Park to Gramercy Park. So at the end of the game, I'll get 4 points for that. But now we're trying to get to Gramercy Park to Chinatown. So we need to either collect black or pink and another set of cards. So we see a black, so we'll take that. Flip this one over. It's a pink. Don't necessarily want that one, but we could get that one as well. And since that is an option there, I'm going to take it anyway and see what we get. Alright. The assistant needs to collect some pinks. I think he's going to go for... He's asking for that one, so we'll give him that one. Alright. And this game involves a lot of strategy, so sometimes you take a minute to decide what to do. There is a pink, so I'm going to take that one. This one's going to get flipped, and I will take a red, because maybe I'll be able to use red next turn. So, alright, assistant, it's your turn. You want to get in and help out a little bit more? Yep, it's your turn. Alright. Looks like you turned in 4 pinks and some multi.
I need help. I need help now. Yeah, I look it.
Alright, and now it is RobM's turn. We're gonna turn in these and pass the turn back to the assistant. Alright, he's gonna take some transportation cards. Smart move to take those. And as you guys can now see, there are 3 taxis there. Those are going to get discarded. And we draw out 5 new cards. Okay. Play passes back to me. I see some blacks. I have a black in my hand, so I'm going to collect that one. And there's a lot of blues out, so I think I might just collect blue. And the play passes back to the assistant. He's going to turn in his 2 reds. I think that's going to help him complete his route.
Cheese. Shoe, cheese.
Soho to Chelsea.
No, it's shoe and cheese.
Or it's shoe and cheese if you want to call it that. Alright, now that gives him the option on his next turn to maybe draw a couple more destination cards or just complete
This is bookin'.
more routes.
This is bookin'.
Bookin', not Brooklyn. Herd, assistant, herd. Alright. I am going to play my 2 blacks, and that's going to help me complete the other route that I have. The assistant's turn. Going for the blue cards. Alright. Now that I've completed both my routes, I have a decision to make. There's only 4... I only have 5 taxis left, so it doesn't give me too many options. So I think I'm just going to try to connect myself to more of the tourist spots where the pennies are on the board. So let's see. In order to do that, we're going to collect some green. And then it's going to be the assistant's turn. Okay, play passes back to me. Keep these cards to cooperate. Right. Let's see. Red or not gonna be able to get there, so we'll take this pink, and that should get us there. We'll flip this one, and let's see if there's any smaller routes we can take as well. We'll take orange. Go ahead, assistant. He's gonna play 1 orange card. And he cannot go there, actually, because you can only play there if it's a 3 to 4 player game. So, got to make another choice. Alright, he plays 2 orange instead, and goes from Soho to Greenwich Village. Play passes back to RobM. Alright, and the assistant's down to 3 taxis, so that has to be something on my mind. So I am going to play... I'm going to play my pink to get me to Wall Street, because that'll get me another point later. And pass the turn back to the assistant.
I'll play these. Get these too.
And he's triggered the final turn. He has 1 taxi cab left. So I get to go, and then he will have 1 more turn. But since he does not have any cards in his hand, he won't really be able to do anything with it. Because, like I said, you can still only draw on your turn, or choose destination tickets, or place a route. And since he has no transportation cards to place for a route, essentially I have one last turn to try to get as many points as I can. So, not many options with my hand here. I'm probably going to do this because it's going to give me the most points. It's just a matter of deciding where to put it. So, we could go here to here. Thank you. We're going to go Times Square to the UN because that gets me an extra point for getting to the United Nations. Alright, so this comes to the final point in the game of scoring. So, we got RobM, and we have the assistant. We'll put TA. Alright, for my taxi cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, those are the assistants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points for the assistant for routes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. Not looking well for me. Alright. Did the assistant get from the United Nations to Wall Street? It looks like he did. UN to Wall Street. He will get 8 points for that. Alright. I kept 2 destination cards, and so I get 8 points as well. Alright, let's see how many tourist attractions we each touched. The assistant got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 19. And it looks like the assistant is going to add up the score. And I think he is the clear winner. So once again, I just want to thank you everyone for joining us. This has been a how to play Ticket to Ride New York for our We Play Wednesday edition of RobM Studios. I've been your host, RobM, with the assistant. Thank you for watching. Please remember to leave a like, please subscribe, and let us know if there's any other games that you would like us to play or review for you.